Today's breaking story is the story that former Representative Matt Gaetz doesn't want you to see. That's because Congress has released the text messages that show his deviant ways, and the story is so sordid you're going to have to put on your decoder ring because I can't say all the words that are relevant because I have to stay compliant with our video host with the red logo. Please think of this video as a 3-act comedy tragedy. Act 1 is the comedy part because just yesterday, a defiant and pompous Gaetz appeared on the same stage as Donald Trump at something called AmericaFest, and he waxed on about his political future. Act 2 is the legal move he attempted earlier today when he realized his worst fear was coming true. And Act 3 is the bomb that was dropped in the form of text messages that revealed his perverted ways. And now for Act 1. While in a cocoon of MAGA bubble wrap yesterday, this is what Gaetz ironically uttered about his so-called future.
Many have asked which perch I will be fighting from next. And some of you throughout this conference have even given me a few suggestions. My fellow Floridians have asked me to eye the governor's mansion in Tallahassee. Maybe special counsel to go after the insider trading from my former colleagues in Congress. It seems I may not have had enough support in the United States Senate. Maybe I'll just run for Marco Rubio's vacant seat in the United States Senate and join some of those folks. And my friend Steve Bannon and others have suggested that I return to the House of Representatives on January 3rd, but I would remind Steve, when he got out of prison, he didn't punch a guard on the way out. For the moment, I'll enjoy being one of you. It was James Madison who said that the most powerful position in America would not be congressman or senator or even president, but that of citizen, because we put such an obligation on the citizenry to ignite the patriotism that the country needs.
Why, thank you, Matt, for sharing the wise words of James Madison. And here I am igniting the public's understanding of the fire you lit under yourself with your atypical actions. Actions with a person who is not considered an adult. I'll reveal the incriminating text messages in just a minute, but first, here's Act 2. With the hammer about to drop, Gaetz went for a Hail Mary, as explained by MSNBC.
House Ethics Committee staffers will convene today. The panel was investigating misconduct. Gaetz has denied all wrongdoing. And we've just learned he is suing to try to block the report's release. On Wednesday, Gaetz preemptively rebutted the report, posting in part, quote, "In my single days, I often sent funds to women I dated, even some I never dated, but who asked. I dated several of these women for years. I never had contact with someone under." He added, quote, "It's embarrassing, though not criminal, that I probably partied, and smoked more than I should have earlier in life. I live a different life now."
Gaetz's maneuver to keep his secrets a secret did not work out, and the ethics report was released today, and I don't think we have to worry about him appearing on a political stage ever again. Act 3 is the drop of the text messages that the House Ethics Committee considered when concluding that there is substantial evidence that he broke Florida's laws that covered certain kinds of relationships with people of a certain age. The texting was initiated by Gaetz's former girlfriend and a man named Joel Greenberg who acted on his behalf for sex for money arrangements. His girlfriend once texted, "Hey, the guys wanted me to share that they are a little limited in their cash flow this weekend, LOL. Matt was like, "If it can be more of a customer appreciation week, LOL. And Greenberg once had this exchange with a person for hire. "If you have a friend that is down, perhaps all 4 of us can meet up later. Do you party at all?" The woman responded, "Oh, that's perfect. I have a friend, ... I usually do $400 per meet." Greenberg responded by sending a photo of Gaetz that was met with, "Ooh, my friend thinks he's really cute." "Well, he's down here only for the day. We work hard and play hard," Greenberg wrote. "Have you ever tried a drug that rhymes with golly?" So Matt Gaetz is the man who Trump wanted to make the top law enforcement officer in the United States. Think about that. Trump isn't the person who drained the swamp. He's the person attempting to further toxify it with his nominees consisting of sycophants like Gaetz, extremists, and billionaire friends. And we can hope this massive misfire will make the road ahead bumpier for all the unqualified misfits to follow. Matt Gaetz is a goner, and I'll leave his political eulogy to Russ Vought and Tucker Carlson in this comical time machine clip that invokes the Bible, calls charges against Gaetz Democrat propaganda, and drops the now ironic and cringe-inducing phrase, generational talent.
I read in my Bible this morning that you don't believe something unless 2 or 3 people are witnesses and say, and there is none of that. In fact,
that's Mosaic law right there.
In fact, the weaponized Department of Justice said we don't have the proof to pursue these allegations.
I know.
And so then you read in the story.
But they accused him of it.
They accuse it. They make the case. The reporter read it this morning. And then they say it should be known that Matt Gaetz denies that these allegations has occurred. Of course he denies it because they're not true in the Department of Justice. There's no accounting of the fact that these things have been proven not to be true. And yet people, and there's a tendency on our side, and this is very troubling. It's not just the left, which is kind of state regime propaganda. There's a tendency on our side to believe that if there's smoke, there must be fire. Why do we do that? Only because this person has been a confrontational, courageous, convictional leader, in a true generational talent, I might add. So,
what the last point is indisputable. That's just a fact.